Yo, what is going on, guys? Another Games here, back with you for another video, and today we are going to be taking a look at Dokkan Twitter. They have tweeted out the EZA for AGL TURLES. We kind of expected this from around the start of the Reddit celebration. We saw it in the celebration info, and now we finally got his details out here today. I'm gonna take a look at them, see what he's looking like, see how he's faring, how they changed him. Obviously with the Twitter tweets, what they normally do with these EZAs, they don't show the transformation condition, so we're just going to have to assume it's either the same or they slightly changed it. We'll see how they do that. We'll take a look at this kit though. Thank you to the Dokkan Wiki, obviously, for having all the information up already. Shout outs to them. But yeah, let's take a look at what he's doing and what he's got now. Alright, so what he's got, you got movie bosses, category key +3, HP attacking defense was 170%, extreme class key +3, HP attacking defense was 100%. Okay, so this could be kind of useful for some battlefield stages if you're ever running like an extreme class setup. Maybe you die, gotta go into another leader. Having extreme class just 100% straight up the gate right there could be good, and obviously this guy's going to become the main leader for the movie bosses category, which is very good because if we look at the movie bosses category, has definitely gotten a lot of good buffs since this guy is going to impact this unit a ton, the LR TURLES unit. Especially with all the links they're going to be sharing, like Brutal Beatdown, Prepare for Battle, Big Bad Bosses, Thirst for Conquest. They share pretty much the same link set, if I'm not mistaken, actually. What is it? Destroy the Universe, Same Warriors, Prepare for Battle, Thirst for Conquest, Brutal Beatdown, Big Bad Bosses, Fierce Battle. I think the only one that they do not share is what do they say in Warrior Race? I think that's what it is. Yeah, Saiyan Warrior Race is the only link they do not share. But pretty much, yeah, 6 out of 7 links right there. Definitely gonna help out this unit a lot. But yeah, as for the whole category as a ton, it's going to be a lot better off with the leader that supports. Remember how this TURLES does support, and he's just going to be helping out a lot of units, like units that don't work necessarily well, like Janemba has a lot of key issues. Physical Janemba maybe in the start could have a little bit of key issues, but he does get better as the battle goes on. Just other units that don't necessarily work very well together. But yeah, alright, so movie bosses, good that we're getting a leader for that. Super attack effect raises attack and defense, so this is good. This should be a 20, or oh, it is 30. Okay, sometimes when they do attack and defense, it's 20. I guess that's only when it's stacking. So yeah, this is a 30% buff, which is good. Then immense damage, which is definitely good. Plus, he's still keeping that medium chance to stun. Okay, so yeah, remember before EZA, he did have that medium chance to stun, so that's good. Still keeping that pretty solid there. Okay, so attack and defense plus 60%, all allies keep +3, and attack plus 40%. Okay, so he's only given 40% attack to allies, and then defense plus 40 for all allies when there's a super class enemy. So when there's a super class enemy, he's going to be giving the full attack and key +3 attack and defense plus 40% once there's a super class enemy. This could be good. The only issue I'm seeing here is that somewhere like the red zone, where this guy I definitely could see being very helpful in there for a lot of the extreme class units. He's not going to be getting this portion of the passive, the support, the defense support, because obviously all those fights are extreme class enemies. Now, I will say that in the future we'll probably see some form of events that is similar to the red zone, probably even harder, or maybe even more stages to the red zone, where we'll see super class enemies. So I don't know if that's going to be a huge deal. Maybe in the future this might age a lot better than it's looking right now. But as for like the hardest content that we have right now, I think I would have liked it if it was just, wasn't restricted, but it's not horrible. Super class enemies anywhere else is still going to be not too hard to find. Remember, the God event is an event that is all superclass enemies, so he'll still be useful in there if anyone hasn't beat some of the God event stages. Some of the SCR enemies, like I don't know, who's the Rumsey, I think is one of the SCR enemies, the first bosses. Yeah, so okay, superclass enemies attack -20%. That's good for Super Battle Road. And then activate the Fruit of the Tree might boost when conditions are met. And obviously, like I was saying, we don't have the boost conditions. If we go based off the old version of the EZA, 25% chance to activate for 3 turns when HP is 80% or below. I assume they'll increase that kind of like how they did with AGL Evolution Vegeta, that EZA, because I still think he's one of the probably the best TUR EZA, I would assume, to me at least. And they did buff his to what I think his was 30% and then went to 40% chance or something like that. I think that's what they did. They did the same thing with the SCR-21 as well. So yeah, that's cool. All right, so let's take a look at the boost EZA. Okay, so the boost obviously is the same. So, with his super attack effect, he seems he's going to be raising attack and defense. So he's going to be stacking, which is interesting. He still has the immense damage, and then he gains a high chance to stun. So that could be very good, depending on what they do with the depending on what they do with the condition. If it's like an easy to get condition, then maybe you could use this high chance to stun in super battle, or maybe I don't see it being something you'll be able to use because, you know, obviously it's a chance to transform RNG, so you never know. Maybe you'll get it, maybe you won't. That is also dependent on if they get rid of, maybe they get rid of the what is it right here, the 80% restriction, or maybe just get lucky. You're at 80% on the third turn, get him on the first slot. It's a lot of RNG involved though, so I wouldn't see this being super useful anywhere. Which is kind of unfortunate because a high chance to stun is pretty valuable for Super Battle Road. The fact he stacks though is going to be really good. This is a 20% buff, I believe, though, right? Yeah, 20% because he's stacking. But yeah, stacking defense along with 200% attack and defense down here is going to be very, very nice. I think his stats are going to be looking good combined with the amount of attack and defense he's going to be getting from his passive, plus all the links he's going to be activating, especially if you're running him with the LR TURLES army unit that I was talking about. This guy's going to be looking really nice. I think this right here in his passive, the 20% HP recovery, is going to be really good for the red zone, because, you know, obviously someone like Guinea who just came out, his heal is definitely very valuable in the red zone. Being able to get that off and heal, and then he becomes a beast when he transforms, is very, very nice. And I think the heals are a pretty good meta relevant mechanic in Dokkan right now, at least with the red zone, because, you know, you get low very fast in those events, so any form of healing could be really nice. You don't have many items, so yeah, any form of healing could be really good for those events. But the rest of his passive, attack and defense was 200%, all allies keep plus 3, plus an additional defense plus 100% when there's a super class enemy. So there we go with the super class restriction again. Now, like I said, this one I think is definitely a lot more, it's going to be kind of worrisome. I would like to see some tests on how much this is going to affect him. Remember, it is 100%, so I would assume it's going to affect him a pretty decent bit, not getting that active. He does have 200% combined with Link, so I think even still, plus the stacking, he will be like 300k defense plus, even without this. I would think after supering at least, like maybe he'll be like around 300k defense after supering, after at least initial transformation. But we'll see. I don't know, obviously. I'm still gonna wait for it to see some early showcases and such. And then the rest of the passive, super class enemies defense minus 80, kind of useless. Defense lowering isn't really the craziest, but then he does gain super effective against all types when HP is 80% or more. And this is interesting because he has an HP restriction against it, 80% or more. So I guess what they're trying to let you do is, assuming they keep this the same from his before his EZA, you have to be below 80%, but for the super effective, you got to be above 80%. So I'm assuming they're going to say, okay, so the first turn, you go below 80%, then you get the, what is it called? You get the heal here, which is 20%. Realistically, you'd be at 100 if you're at exactly 80% when doing that, and then you'd get this part of the passive active. It's kind of wonky because you're not always obviously going to be at exactly 80%. You could be at 40% heal, only go up to 60%, you're not going to get this active. So I feel like it's going to be pretty dependent on how the this mechanic is going to be, how they're going to change this, or if they're going to change this. If they don't, I don't know if you're going to get this off too often. I think it'll be a few turns at least before you can get this, because you got to heal. Depending on how low you are, it could be kind of hard to get, which would kind of suck. But you know, we'll see how that works. And yeah, that's pretty much TURLES there. Let me know what you guys think of TURLES. I think this guy is going to be a beast in his EZA. Like I said, I do want to see what he's looking like in game. Obviously, just from looking at him though, he's looking very good. Definitely one of the best TURs EZAs out there, for sure, for sure. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the video. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. Let's appreciate all the support, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.